Hey everybody, it's Christopher Small, the owner of CMS Law Firm. Today, I want to talk to you about whether or not revocable living trust management is difficult. Before I get to that though, I want to remind you, if you have questions about this or anything else related to estate planning or probate, you can talk to us over the phone for free by going to cmslawfirm.com. Super simple. Okay, so today I want to talk about the difficulty or lack thereof with revocable living trust management. The reason I want to talk to you about this is for two reasons. Reason number one is that I got asked this, I think, twice today by clients and potential clients. And reason number two is that this question came along with sort of a side question that I wanted to address before I even got to the question about trust management. And here's why. This was the question. This is how it went. Someone told me that trust management was difficult, was cumbersome, was expensive, was fill in the blank with some sort of a descriptive word that it makes it hard. And I said, after answering a couple questions, came up again. Well, so-and-so said blah, blah, blah. So what I want to start by saying and pointing out and reminding you, or sort of giving you as a test, is anytime anyone tries to give you any advice, whether it be legal advice, financial advice, health advice, parenting advice, relationship advice, car advice, it doesn't matter, whatever it is, I would always try to gauge their own experience level. So for example, with this specific question about trust management being hard, if someone tells you something like that, I would ask them, do you have a trust? Because if they say yes, they will tell you it's not that difficult. And that is the answer to the second question of this sort of little mini rant that I'm going on. Trust management for a revocable living trust is not difficult at all. There's zero difficulty. And in fact, when you create your trust, nothing will change at all. Zero. With a revocable trust, you have such a high level of control and flexibility that the government pretends like it doesn't exist. Okay? You can change your trust at any time that you want. You can revoke your trust anytime that you want. You can move property in and out of your trust anytime that you want. While you are alive, your trust tax ID number is your social security number. The reason that is the case is because everything flows through to you. The only thing that will change, if you are my client, when you create a revocable living trust, is when you get your property tax statement for your house, it will be in the name of the trust. And this is basically the only thing that is going to change when you create your revocable living trust. All of the magic happens after you die, basically. So that's the way it's supposed to be. So it actually works and functions the way it's supposed to. But in the meantime, there are no extra taxes to file. There are no tax consequences. There are no ownership consequences. There are basically zero consequences, zero additional management to having and owning and utilizing a revocable living trust. Okay, all the tricky stuff happens and it's not even that tricky even then after you die. Okay, but again, a subtle reminder: if people are giving you financial advice, if they're giving you legal advice, if they're giving you any kind of advice, make sure that they are practicing what they're preaching, that they've actually tried what they're talking about, that they actually have some experience in what they're talking about, because those are the people that you want to listen to. Okay, when I have a question about my car, I talk to the car mechanic, or I talk to someone that knows about cars. Shout out to my stepdad, because he is the guy that I would ask about cars. You know who I would not ask? My mom, because she doesn't know that much about cars. I also don't ask myself, because I know nothing about cars. Okay, but I do know a little bit about the law. I know a lot about estate planning, and I would be happy to answer your questions when it comes to this kind of stuff. But just be careful who you listen to, because bad advice can make you make bad choices, bad decisions, and decisions that don't have the outcome that you want. Okay? All right, that's it. So to summarize, trust management, revocable living trust management in particular, is very simple, very easy, very low maintenance. In fact, it's basically zero maintenance. There are no attorney's fees. There's no annual fees. There's no annual anything. It just exists until you need it. And be careful about who you listen to advice from, because sometimes the advice is worth what you're paying for it. All right, that is it. As always, I'm Christopher Small, owner of CMS Law Firm. If you have questions about this or anything else related to estate planning or probate, and you want to talk with us over the phone for free, you can do so by going to cmslawfirm.com. All right, that is it. As always, if you have made it this far, thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. I appreciate you, and I'll talk to you again soon. See ya.